It's arena time. So today is a very special day. The date is October 23rd, 2017, and this is the last day that all arenas get retired in Hearthstone history. Tomorrow is the start of the Hallow's End event. Special Halloween thing, and they're doing a unique dual arena where you get to play two different classes at once. But that means that all the old decks need to be retired. So this should be a pretty quick one today. Because once I get to 2 losses, I'm going to stop. Because the thing about it is you get your reward for the, as far as you get in your run. And then you get 1 free ticket to do another arena run. If you don't finish your old one. So that's the strategy I'm going to do. And then that'll give me a free run with the new settings, the dual arenas, starting tomorrow. And then each week, it runs for 2 weeks, and both weeks you get another free arena run. This pack was something Blizzard sent me today. They put a new feature into the Blizzard store where you can gift packs to your friends. And so they sent me one just for fun. And then these 4 here, this is from Choose Your Champion for the last World Championship event, Pro Tour. And the person I picked did pretty well, so I got 4 cards from that. So we'll quickly take a look at these before we get into the arena. I should have a legendary coming up pretty soon here. So we might get that recorded. It's just about time to stop opening new packs and start saving up for the new expansion. It's going to be announced at BlizzCon in a week or so. More than a week. Aha! There it is. Yep, I knew my timer was getting there. Wow, 2 rares along with the legendary. Let's see. Rare. Rare. I'm not sure what I'm hoping for. Pretty much have all the legendaries I want out of this expansion, but let's check it out. Oh, legendary! Syndragosa! This is a really fun one because the 01s that it puts on both sides of your dragon will return legendaries when they get popped. And since you're mage, you can just ping them, have those come out. So I did want that legendary just because it's a fun one, but not really competitive. It's pretty slow. No one's really running it right now. But it could be fun in a mage dragon deck that wants to go to the late game. Maybe a bunch of freezing effects to stall it out and get the full value. So I'll definitely have to give that a shot. Okay. So we got this fresh arena. It is a Druid. It has not scored very highly. Hearth Arena gave this deck only a 64. I think my previous ones that I ran and recorded were there was like a 76 and like a 71 or something like that. Interesting thing, first deck ever in Hearthstone history to feature 3 leather-clad hog leaders. Now, how often will you get the charge in Arena? Not very often, but I was not offered a lot of late game. And when the 3rd one came up, especially with it being an epic, that's pretty crazy. And it's not even a Druid epic, it's a neutral. So to be offered it 3 times was pretty nuts. So I just went for it for fun. Otherwise, I don't know about early game. Only Argent Squire I want to actually drop right away. And then maybe Druid of the Swarm in some situations. Fairy Dragon's fine. Rockpool Hunter's fine. I do have 2 Defender of Argus to try to push them up and make good trades if I can get anything down earlier. I'm not expecting big things from this arena, but I haven't played Druid in 3 years, so could be a fun experience. Let's give it a shot. And I don't think there's anything special about this deck, really, in terms of strategy. Just hope to get lucky on the mulligan, that I can get some things down and then make some favorable trades. I do have Fandral as my 1 legendary, but I don't really have synergy with him. So, just classic mid-range kind of process here.
Malfurion versus Maiev!
None can escape my fury.
I must protect the wild.
Okay. So we send back the Creeper. Do I want to just get a 2-1 out there? I think so. Again, all that this deck has going for it is getting lucky on the curve. So 1, 2, 3. Not the greatest, most powerful options in all those spots, but you take what you can get when you got a deck like this. Hey, there's a first of 3.
Speak your peace.
My greetings.
Going up against Rogue. Rogue is, to my knowledge, considered the best class in the game right now. Well, it definitely is the most winning deck in Constructed. But in Arena, I believe it is also currently rated on top by most people. So we'll see if he has answers. So I'm playing a little earlier than I normally would. Usually I would play after midnight when I get off work. But I'm going a little earlier.
The Polar Bear Express.
Issue. I don't want to allow him to make the trades, so...
What a ball. Let's start some trouble.
Denying him hero power as Rogue is actually pretty nice. It's the best hero power for Arena. Oh. Well, so I could get down a 2-4 with Taunt, or I can put down a 3-5. I'm just going to leave him going because a chance to hit on either of these guys would be fantastic.
Behold the rage of the fireland.
So I've had perfect curve, and yet it's gotten me almost nowhere. Don't know that I'm loving my chances right now. Then again, even though he does have such a larger hand, I do have quality for 6 and 7. I'm just a little bit lacking in options for turn 5.
You call that a weapon?
Okay. So I could clear him plus drop the Blade Master. And then that lets me Shambler one of these huge targets later on. I think that's the play here.
Nothing but ash! For the wild! Medic!
So, this rogue's got to be pretty frustrated. Old Sky King here. And I keep having the perfect curve every turn. But my assumption is he's got enough gas that he's not too freaked out. Sadly, I'm one off the ultimate dream of being able to actually get a charge in on my first of 3 Hog Leaders.
Hog Riders! Roll out!
Job's done.
That would have been fun. So does he have like a sap?
An autograph? I suppose.
Okay, he didn't have the sap or any big punishment. So should I just do a 6/6 taunt and then Bog Creeper next turn?
What to do?
Nah, because he's going to have to punch through this Bog Creeper with all his dudes. And then I can just get a 6/6 next turn.
Suey!
Yeah, if he had sap or something punishing like that, he would have used it last turn. So the read that I'm getting is he just has minions. Okay, if he couldn't deal with my first 6/8 taunt, how's he going to deal with my second? So actually what I'll do here then is Cleric it up, make it even larger, and then do the Shambler. Then do I want to do the Fairy Dragon as well? I mean, might as well, right?
The sun has set for me.
So first we'll take this off the board.
Time waits for no one.
Then because now we're talking about having lethal pretty quickly if he doesn't have some huge answer. And what does Rogue really have? They have Vanish. He could have drawn a new sap, although he hasn't had sap this whole time, but he could have top decked it. But that still only solves one of his 2 major problems. Okay. Ooh, this is cool. So I can get up to the 8/8 and still stay alive here. And then I could also trade for the 3. Yeah.
to do.
I think that's the play.
My shield for Argus!
Immortality!
Actually, why not trade in?
Immortality!
For the wild.
The Fairy Dragon was untargetable, so it couldn't be hit with backstab and such. Which is nice, but I think in general I would rather just keep the taunt going. It's a nice answer for me too, definitely.
Here I come.
Smart moves, I concede.
Well played.
That went well, but I'm not getting my hopes up. That was some of the luckiest draw I've ever had in terms of staying on curve. I mean, look at this. We have no ones. To get a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 out of this deck, well, the 4 not really. I do have a million 4s. But to get the 1 and the 2 and the 3 was pretty nuts. Let's try another.
Malfurion versus Anduin!
The light shall bring victory.
I must protect the wild.
Okay. Terrible opening draw. We're going to send it all back. The priest kept 2 cards, these middle cards here. He sent back 1 and 4.
Job's
So
done.
he could definitely have something there that he's happy with. A 1-drop, a 2-drop. Alright, let's see if he plays either of these two. Nope. Alright, good for me. Bin super mid. Alright, so we want a 3-2 that can't be targeted, or a 1-5 with taunt, or a 1-2 with poisonous. This has more flexibility for later in the game, when we could want to stay alive or challenge a huge threat. So let's just do the standard Fairy Dragon.
Job's done.
Celestial Dreamer will just be a 3-3. It would be a 5-5, but only if I got down something over 5 to start, which I don't have any ability to do. Good answer. Cleans out the Tar Creeper. And I can't do anything about that. Now, I could put down Poisonous. I could go 1-5. Oh yeah, if I go Poisonous, because he can't clear this, because he only does 1 damage on the backswing on his turn. Yeah, let's just do this.
We will devour this world.
Time waits for no one.
So now he can't kill either. So I get to be on the attack. And that would allow me to keep a 3-1 on the board. Okay, that's totally fine. Just going to do the 1 damage. Okay, so that does force me to trade in. Yeah, that's a smart move by him. Am I ever going to get more value off of the Twilight Drake than this? I don't think so. Normally, Shield Master on turn 4 is easy choice in Arena, but yeah, smart move by him. So I can't make this trade, so I have to do this one instead. Oh, but then the thing is, yeah, Shield Master protects it. Oh yeah, I wasn't thinking about that part. Yeah, let's just get him the 3 and then protect it.
Dingo! Yeah.
As Priest, he has lots of ways to target my minions, but the Fairy Dragon is safe from that stuff. I mean, the direct targeting, so that in itself is pretty nice. Shoot. There's a lot of value he gets there. So, let's see here. Doppel, Blade Master. I'd like to save this Dreamer for after I get down the Creeper, and he can't answer it.
I wonder. Man!
Having a 4 is really nice against a Priest, obviously. 4 attack, that is. And he still can't answer the taunt with what he's showing. And I'm coming up on my Bog Creeper turn. It's going to be quite the powerful turn 7. Don't have the greatest deck, so you can feel free to take 2 of my cards. Don't want to call them garbage cards, because some of them are okay. Alright.
Well played.
Would I rather drop a 2-5 or the 4-3? Obviously, against Priest, you always like the 4s. But actually I could drop them both, couldn't I?
I wonder.
Yeah, why not?
Man! Medic!
Let's start some trouble.
And he can't heal anything up. So he has to just play cards. I should be able to make trades with such a board advantage and then drop the Creeper on top. Is that holding over? Gonna do 2 damage to all my duties. Oh, Dragonfire. I wasn't thinking so much about that. Pretty cool to have had a dragon on the board to avoid that. Let's just go right ahead with our... He has lots of cards. He should have an answer for this. Yep. That sucks. I don't have a taunt. I don't have any way to save this. So he will get some value off it. But I can boost it up and get the extra value on the Dreamer and then drop Mindbreaker after all of that.
The sun has set for me.
Form of dragon.
Let's start some trouble.
Time waits for no one.
Yeah, I didn't want to... Well, okay. Yeah, I guess I shouldn't have done that. I didn't want him to be able to choose a target, keep that thing alive, and then have it threatening me next turn, but I could have just hero powered to kill it. So... Oh, wow. 2 epics?
Bring me steel.
He has 2 epic board clears. Well, he can't have any more board clears.
Get 'em, boys.
Sealing triple. For the wild.
Yeah, if he's got 3 perfect board clears in a row, then he wins.
Once upon
Congrats
a
to
time.
him if that is the case. But this is my only way to do the 18 damage, is to keep vomiting onto board.
Let's start some trouble.
My shield for Argus!
Let me get that for you. Alright. Well, having a poisonous thing is pretty cool.
What to do?
I spread the master's will.
I mean, it would trade well into the 4-6 if it's still there, but...
Secret agent coming through.
He still has a dragon in hand after all this. I guess he has 2. Because he had the 1 to activate last turn. He didn't play any. No, he did Mindbreaker into the taunt.
Secret agent coming through.
Alright. Well, you expect that in Constructed. Not so much this format.
Not choose quickly.
Straight into the 2-3, dude. He found it. Congrats to him for finding it. I mean, okay. So we want full value.
Plague upon you!
Poisons too. And then this at
For the wild.
if I just had Deathwing in my deck, and if Deathwing also deleted all my opponent's cards, I would have enough. There's
My
2 problems
shield
with that.
for Argus!
Well played.
Well played. I concede.
Alright. An epic level board clear on curve 2 turns in a row. When my only chance at winning is to flood the board. Could I have played around it? Sure. Would that have been correct to do? I don't think so. You expect a priest to have You expect a priest to be able to do the consecration effect from turn 5 and beyond, which is fine and fair and fun.
Malfurion versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
I must protect the wild.
But being able to more than flame strike? Okay. Okay, so we have a curve here, since we're getting coin. We'll have a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. And Mage can't ping this. Mage can ping this, but at least it returns something. Let's try it. Alright, he replaced his first 2 cards. So the only possible 1-drop is right here. Alright, well...
My greetings.
He is a legend player. 4G the Mage. He should have a 2-drop as his number 3 card. Yep, wasn't able to target my minions. That's pretty nice. I'd rather taunt for protection or play aggressively.
What to do?
I want the extra threat.
We will devour this world.
He's a legendary player, but he has lost once. He should be at 1-1 right now.
Don't forget to tip your Tauren.
Okay. It's Blade Master time. Ignapper would also be okay. But which do we want to trade in here?
What to do?
I like keeping the Poisonous Oak though. Bigger threat. So between the two
Your
of them,
magic
they should
shall
be able
not
to...
save you.
Okay, alright. So I want to use Mana Wraith when it's going to hold him back.
What to do?
So I think it's just the Horror here as a 4/4, and then make the trade.
Your turn to bleed.
Good play by him. I don't think I really have much.
Wanna blow something
Otherwise,
up?
that would be. Very affected by silence. So if I trade them both in, I could mess up his curve with the Mana Wraith, which would also get up to a 3/3. Dreamer doesn't go off yet. Can't Commander yet. Eggnapper would be okay.
What to do?
least I get some value out of my game too.
I wait for no one.
This isn't Moonglade.
Job done.
So he has to do the ping and then make the trade, but he has to trade into the 3-2 because he doesn't want to leave my 2-2 on the board to continue giving extra value to. Oh wow!
Can this go on? How long can this go on?
Okay. I mean, he's got the answer. So the Eggnapper becomes a 4-2.
I wonder.
The Dreamer becomes a 4-4. If I send the commander out, it is a 5, and it does have Divine Shield. And then he has to decide. No, he's not going to trade into it, though.
I wonder.
Yeah, this is the play.
To Northrend!
Well, you can't trade into it, because it's a 3.
Victory or
It has to just go addled.
Time waits for no one.
And I'm fine with that, because that lets me get the hit on my Dreamer. And I can hero power. Okay. Totally fine. Alright. So hero power to finish, and then trade him in. And that still leaves him with 2 to drop the rock pool.
For the wild.
Form of dragon.
victory or death!
Okay. It's a decent board to come out with after he plays a really nice 6-5. He does get a dragon out of it, but hopefully it's not a game changer. Again, he has way more value than me in hand, so I have to vomit on the board.
Power.
Problem is, he's a legend player, he knows what he's doing, and Mage has a million late game answers. Oh boy. Okay. Alright. Let's test with this.
Let's start some trouble.
Fine.
Power.
Let's start some trouble.
Yeah, I should have hero powered.
Brothers, heed my call.
You didn't play an elemental. You don't have a weapon. Get out of here with those attempted synergies. Okay.
What to do?
It begins. I spread the master's will.
I love all
Time waits for no one. Brothers, heed my call.
Wow. Guess it's a 4-mana 4/5. You're okay with that in Arena. Seems mighty
Pass me that
ambitious.
arclight spanner.
Do you need a blessing?
Okay. I get a board. It's a pretty small board, though.
Plague upon you!
Don't touch the egg!
Get them, boys.
For the wild. Job done. My thanks to you.
He's got the blizzard. Ping away. Got the blizzard and GG. Ah, yeah. Blizzard. Same cost with the body attached. No freezing effect.
Tazingo! For the wild. The dragons shall kneel before me.
He specifically said he was not allowed to get a game-changing dragon randomly. Alright. Here's where we go for lethal.
The light protects me.
For the wild. Job done.
I don't have any
Thank
12/12s in my deck, sadly.
Glory to the Sindori!
Ash to ash.
The sun has
For
set
the
on
wild.
me.
Got him down to 10.
I concede.
That is so close to lethal. Okay, that is where this run ends at 1 and 2. What went wrong is the deck has no card draw. It has no ability to swing boards back in my favor, spell-wise, which Druid is just, not good at ever. It has a little bit of late game, but again, it all requires you to have a board in advance to make the most of it. Starfire is a little swingy. I mean, you could get a perfect hit and a good draw off it, but otherwise, not even a swipe, not even a wrath. So my only way to win was to stack up the board, and I ran into one guy who didn't have a million answers, and then two who did. And who runs into a legend player at 1 and 1? Come on. Competition is going to be way lower next week for the next runs when we go into the dual arenas. So that should be fun. So see you in a couple days then.